that is a name for this bias in which you're doing something for a very long time and you don't want to change it.
Is that because you invest so much in it?
You invest so much on it, and then you have like I have
sunk cost fallacy.
I think it's sunk cost fallacy. Thank you. Very good.
You're welcome.
Wow, the actor.
I read.
What is that? All right.
You should teach me one day.
You know that stuff that's on the side of the pizza boxes that you're like.
Oh yeah.
They've got There's whole books of those. There's like whole
pizza boxes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just page after page of the sides of pizza box writing.
Page of ingredients, and then there's a whole chapter on calories.
It's fantastic.
The people that's too hot to handle, they also speak English. Very, very simple English. That's why I love the show.
That's how you learn your English. So this was like that moment in Dirty Dancing. He goes to pick her up,
but then she crushes him.
Yeah. I don't know if that's ever happened to you. I honestly have Dirty Dancing lifted so many chicks just in time.
Really?
Not like it's like come on,
you're getting them wet.
No, well, if you're in the pool, maybe there's no.
Man, how have you never?
I used to be called Darwin by someone. Someone gave me that pet name one time.
Used Darwin in any of your shit.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Chris Darwin, dude.
Do I look like the next step?
The previous one.
Like that's the weird thing is we're still operating with all that hunter-gatherer shit just in this crazy world that doesn't stop now for any second.
Yeah, and it's
more of a comment, really.
Yeah.
We're happy that you're here with us now.
And sharing your story, the true self.
In the comedy scene.
In the comedy scene. Oh yeah, of course. That's also great.
No, I like to think of this as a greater success.
Welcome to the Brolish podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brolish podcast. Today, I'm your host, Richard Cunha.
I'm Łukasz Segiet, your second host.
Exactly, and we have a very special guest that is already taking the piss out of us because he can. It's Mr. Chris Darwa. Hello.
Say hi there. Thank you for having me. Hi, guys. Thank you for the applause.
Yeah, we're very international podcast.
Very.
So today we have a Brazilian, a Polish, and an Australian man.
As opposed to an Australian boy?
Yes.
Oh, so you did watch our podcast.
I watched your podcast before, most of your guests are boys.
Yes.
Boys to men. Congratulations.
Boys, dude. We love boys. We love boys.
Fresh boy meat.
We love boys. And
thanks for having me. I really appreciate being on your couch.
Look, pretend that you've never been in this couch before, yeah?
I'll be like every one of your exes and pretend like I've never been on this couch.
Well, there are a few marks on it that remind me of you.
I know, I saw the condoms on your table.
There was no condoms on my table, people.
It was
this
pizza.
Is a lie.
I arrived, there's pizza, there's condoms. I'm like, what kind of party is this?
And Łukasz.
Yeah, we didn't expect you to arrive so early. That's the problem, you know.
Welcome to the Brolish podcast.
Listen, those condoms have history.
I hope not. I know you're trying to save money, but that's not the way to go about it.
Well,
dude. Wash, rinse, flick, and you're good to go again.
There we go. I bleached them. It's all right.
Nice.
We should record the behind the scenes one day. The backstory.
We should definitely. Mr. Chris Darwa.
Yeah.
It's so good to have you here, man.
Thank
it's so
you.
hard to get a hold of you.
Really?
Yeah, you're busy.
I am busy. That's true. I'm a busy kind of person.
Yeah.
I like to do
What keeps
things.
you busy most of the time?
Sleep.
The recovery.
The recovery.
Am I right?
The recovery. Yeah, just working, and I'm an antisocial creature by nature.
You know that there's at least 2 people watching.
Well, sorry. Should I address it to them? I don't want you to watch. You should turn it off right now.
No, please
turn
subscribe.
it off and go back to your day. I don't like being watched. Get the fuck out of here.
Isn't it very interesting that you are the prettiest amongst us, and you are the one that doesn't like being watched?
It's probably because of that.
Of being pretty?
Yeah.
How does it feel, man? Tell me.
I don't know, because I try to downplay it. As you know, like you keep giving me fashion advice, which I'm...
No.
It's like the 2 worst people that give me fashion advice ever. Fucking Willy Wonka to my right and this goth unicorn in the middle. That's
Mr. Rainicorn from Adventure.
I respect that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, with my
you look like every starting point in Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yes. Oh man,
I look like
yeah.
the side character in GTA.
No, you look like the drug. Anytime there's drugs involved in a deal, it's like go to this guy. Hello.
What do you need?
did you ever play the GTA 4?
I played all the GTAs, except for when we got to San Andreas. I'm like, oh, black guy, I'm out.
Can I laugh at this?
Yes, it's a joke. Clearly, no. I played all the Grand Theft Autos. They're all pretty great.
All right. Where did you play them? Because you don't have a game home.
No, well, this was. I mean, Grand Theft Auto has been out for ages. Like I was playing Vice City. I used to play Vice City so much. We used to have Vice City parties. We would all get together because we were cool. We'd all get together and a big TV, and you just take turns trying to rack up as many stars as possible and survive as long as you could. And that was the.
Oh man, I remember. Okay, now we're gonna sound very old, but you had LAN parties too.
Well, we used to do Vice City, the same thing with my cousins. It was great. Yeah.
Did you play Halo?
Did you also not wear clothes or?
Oh, that was in my house.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, Halo, of course, like the first Halo, man.
Yeah.
Rockets was the shit.
We used to put two TVs, like the old CRT TVs.
Yeah.
I had to get the car and steal it from my dad, go to my friend's house, put the CRT TV on the back, bring it to my place, put two Xboxes, one against the other, connect them, and then go 4 against 4.
That's awesome.
Oh wow, great.
And everybody had just a quarter of a screen.
Dude, I'm old enough to. I was just gonna say I'm old enough to remember like split screen against your friends, where like some dudes was so shitty. Like some of my friends would put they get a piece of cardboard, stick it to the screen, divide it in half so they couldn't see what they were doing, because otherwise you just suddenly your guy just jumps and as you're about to shoot him, you're like, you piece of shit, you fucking This
is a cardinal sin in Brazil. You get beaten up if you look at the other person's screen.
I believe you.
Like we were very serious about that.
Yeah, it seems very realistic. GTA, the Brazil. I stole the car from my dad.
It's not a game in Brazil. It's just a way of life. Just beating up hookers for money. It's Brazil.
It's just Wednesday there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good country, dude.
No, I hope to go sometime and make it back.
By the way, my family's gonna see this.
Oh, hi. Well, does that mean like is that gonna be 3 people watching now or 4? How many?
Yeah,
of your family
probably
watch
my
it?
aunt. They cannot understand English, but they're gonna watch it because of you.
Thank you.
Because
Hello.
I don't know if you know that, but you have a huge fan base in Brazil.
Is it just your family?
Yes.
It's good that you have a huge family. That makes me. That's awesome. I could sell out like at least 100-seater if I go to Brazil.
100%.
Just on your family alone.
Oh yeah, family and friends. That's 100 seats.
98 people and 2 horse.
Yeah, nobody understands a lick of English. You just
Perfect.
go on stage and go ha, and they go
Yay! Brazil's comedy's a little old in Brazil. They haven't got their jokes yet.
No. We're still on the telling stories phase.
Oh, that's cool. That's
but
my
we
favorite.
could do something like that in which you say the jokes, I translate it.
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
No, that would be funny. I was trying to think of a way to insult it, but actually that would work. That would be cool.
Yeah, I discovered by accident, Łukasz, that I'm really good at simultaneously translating whatever people are saying. So like when my friends from here went to Brazil and they want to talk to my family, I would just sit by and turn off my brain and then automatically just let it go and translate simultaneously both sides. Oh. And it worked out really well, and I didn't know I was good at it.
And are you planning to turn your brain back on anytime soon?
Never. Since then.
You said it like, just wait. It was fun.
No, I would never.
Wow, this sounds amazing. Like, I could never do this. This simultaneous translation. Yeah, so how do you switch your brain off? How does that work?
That part is the part you're interested in?
I have too many thoughts.
You cannot think about what they're saying. You can just listen to it and then spit it out. I do that. My comedy is just basically that. I just see things online and then repeat exactly.
I know, I've seen it. One of my favorite things to do is sit at the back of the room and just pick out whose jokes you've taken for the night. It's just like
bullshit.
That's a norm. That's good. That's Burr. That's fantastic. Ooh, that's a prior. That's a deep cut. Well done.
Yeah, but it's good to have good role models. You know, I do admire it. I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of your style, or whoever's style it is you're emulating at the time.
I don't have. I wish I could do a norm joke, dude.
I know. No, you're great. You're at least 70% original.
Yeah, sounds like a high praise from Chris.
Well, I don't know, man.
No, man, it's good.
I don't know.
It's
Who's your comedy daddies? Who do you go for?
To listen to or to fuck? I don't know what that question was.
Well, I would say both.
Okay.
But you can start with the ones that you listen to.
Well, right now, I mean, we've talked about it a bunch, but right now, Attell, 100%. He's just. It's so difficult not to admire what he just put out.
Dave Attell, right?
Yeah. No.
He performs in the.
No, Patrick Attell. He's a different.
Oh.
No, of course, Dave Attell.
I just try to explain to the audience.
Oh, sorry. There's a comedian.
Yeah.
Comedy is this art form that originated in the 60s, and thank you.
And you stand on the stage, right, and speak words to the microphone.
You keep saying things until a giant cane comes out from the side and pulls you off.
Pulls you off.
Oh, okay.
Looney Tooney styles.
Yeah, vaudeville.
Nice. So David, also he's wearing a baseball hat. And
that is the funniest thing about him.
Yeah, right. And I was thinking, is this why you are wearing one as well?
Yes, that's exactly why. That's exactly why.
Wow.
I've taken inspiration from him.
Wow.
Mine's a hiking cap though, rather than a baseball cap.
You're really Swiss.
I've gone Swiss about it.
I'm gonna take inspiration from Norm and get cancer.
Seeing how you eat, I think you're halfway there. You're doing great.
Listen, I don't eat too bad.
Pizza and condoms. It's a good.
Listen, the condoms were only dessert.
That's so great.
What?
The condoms were only the dessert.
The dessert, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Burr is an Attell right up there. There's a lot of like those are the more the famous ones, but like there's a lot of people I really like. There's people in the European scene who I really enjoy. Like, I mean, God, Kyla Cobbler and Elf Lyons just fucking destroying everywhere they go. Victor, of course, Victor Mike
has a show tonight.
He does. Mike Rice crushing it all the time.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
There's so many people I don't know. Like, there's so many people I'm still learning about. Oh, Roy Wood Jr. I mean, holy Christ, he's very underrated for his stand-up. But Roy Wood Jr. is amazing. Just like if you haven't listened to his stuff, you should do it. Listen to Roy Wood Jr.
Yeah. In case you guys didn't know, Chris was also a actor.
No,
an actor.
I attempted to be an actor.
What happened?
I failed.
Nah.
Yeah, come on.
Chris,
Yeah?
that's no way.
Yeah.
So you need some skills to be an actor.
Yeah, and I didn't have any, so that didn't work out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't
Remix.
I think it wasn't you that failed. Acting was acting that failed you.
No,
that.
it was me that failed in acting.
No,
trust me. I was
man.
at the auditions. I know.
No, man, it's because you're too good. That's why you comedy.
Thank you for the confidence. Have you ever acted?
No.
Okay, cool.
Just my whole life.
Just around my friends and family.
Everything I did was an act.
I know.
Until we broke down.
That's okay. You're doing great.
I'm fine now. Yeah.
He is doing fine. No, like I mean, with acting, it was like that's why I started stand up, was because I thought it would help acting, and then as I was doing it more, I found that stand up brought me more towards being myself, and acting was kind of always pulling me away from that.
All right.
And it's like there's also things that happen, like things that dishearten, and I'm not really, I didn't have like the strongest spirit with it, because you have to have really crazy skin, because I don't know if you heard the expression 99% of acting is all rejection. It's true, and there's some really heartbreaking moments. Like I had one point where I was up for the lead in 2 different films, like the lead in both, and my agent at the time was like, they loved what you did, you're going to go in for this, you're going to go in for this. And then they both fell through on the same day. And it's just like, it's crushing, because those are the kind of opportunities that could change your trajectory. And they both just fucking fell through. And also because I'm here, based here, trying to audition in England and stuff. It was like every audition was like 200 as a starting point. I'm losing
just
200
to get there,
just to get there and do the audition. And and it's like, there's a point where it doesn't make any sense, and you're 3 months behind on rent, and your fucking back is injured, and you have no money coming in, and you're like, this is not making any sense to keep doing. So I just did video auditions, and if something happened, like I did a commercial here actually for a train
that's
service.
nice.
Yeah, it's still online now, and
we're gonna find that out.
You can find it later. Yeah.
Okay.
That was really fun. That was a real fun shoot. But yeah, in terms of like seriously trying to do acting anymore, if something were to happen, maybe, but like honestly, you gotta be really honest with yourself in that kind of profession, and I wasn't good enough for it.
All right.
Like
But,
skill wise, I might, that could
we're
change.
happy. We're happy that you're here with us now.
Yeah.
And
And
sharing
the
your story, the
No.
true self.
In the comedy scene.
In the comedy scene. Oh yeah, of course. That's also great.
No, I like to think of this as a greater success.
Welcome to the Brolish podcast.
The heights I've scaled. Honestly,
Oh man.
I did the XYZ podcast and now here. I mean, there is sky's the limit. You know what I mean?
Sky's the limit. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, this is what we call a life-defining moment.
This is. I might give up on life after this.
yeah. It's defining. Define the end.
Yeah, defining the end. Oh man.
Yeah.
What about you? Like, I mean, not to throw the ball back in your court too much, but like, why did you start stand up? Both of you. What led you to it?
Łukasz.
And probably
Łukasz-
afterwards, an additional question, like, why did you start? Why did you start? But an additional question, why are you still going?
That's a question directed at me. Yeah.
No, I mean, it could be
I
for
feel
anybody.
very-
No. I love you guys. You're some of my favorite people in the world. So yeah, why did you guys start?
The previous guest we had, Uran, he kind of pushed me to do it because whenever we would just hang out, drinking, maybe smoking a bit, and then we would just die making each other laugh so much. And I'm like, man, we should do stand-up. This is what I was saying. And he was like, no, shut up. You keep telling this. Do stand-up, And by the next time we see each other, just do it. And I did.
By the way-
first open mic, and I enjoyed it. I was the most stressed in my life, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Before first time going on stage. But then after 2 months, I went up again, and then I never stopped going up. I mean, I just enjoyed.
By the way, that was the best Uran joke he ever done. It's like, Łukasz, you should do stand-up.
I saw you loading that and like, you're a son of a bitch.
I was like,
Yeah, that was his funniest joke.
no. You are my funniest joke, Łukasz.
So about you?
Very nice. Man, I was fucking lost, completely lost.
Yeah.
I mean, I dedicated 15 years to academia.
Yeah.
And if you look at, let's say, achievements, in principle, I was very successful in that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have published very well. I did a great PhD. I had a great defense. I did a PhD in an excellent
Defense? What was your accusation?
The accusation was that
What were the charges?
they were like, "You are dumb," and I was like, "No, I can defend."
Don't lie to your audience. What was her name and what did she accuse you of doing?
Her name was Science, and she accused me of doing her. No,
That's a gift.
that's a good.
Yeah, well, don't do science unless there is clear consent, of course.
Oh yeah,
then-
and there's never consent in
Yeah.
science because God is like, nope, I don't want you to understand me.
That's
I don't know
very
if that's
profound.
whatever. Accidentally profound. That's a shout out to Filippo Spreafico.
Nice.
Yeah, he's always accidentally profound. No, man. So I really didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't allow myself to not like it because of there is a name for this bias in which you're doing something for a very long time and you don't want to change it.
It's like because you invest so much in it.
You invest so much on it, and then
Yeah.
you have like I have
It's sunk cost fallacy?
I
Yeah,
think it's
that's
sunk
what
cost
it
fallacy.
is, yeah.
Thank you, very good.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Wow, the actor.
I read.
What is that? All right.
I know.
You
You
should
know that-
teach me one day.
You know that stuff that's on the side of pizza boxes that you're like,
Oh yeah.
they've got there was a whole books of those. There's like whole
of
thing-
pizza boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just page after page of the sides of pizza box writing.
Page of ingredients, and then
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
a whole chapter on calories.
It's fantastic. You should check it out. The Book
really
of Dominoes.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Book of Dominoes. I'm sorry, but we are from Papa Hut. In this house, we worship.
Papa John's a false prophet.
Yeah, Papa John is a false prophet. That's
Yes,
true.
you can't believe anything Papa John says.
That is true. That is
Papa
true.
John.
Man, Łukasz is a Subway guy.
Oh, really? Child molester?
Yeah. I've taken Subway. With consent, of course.
No.
And I had a ticket,
Yeah.
number 78. Please come to the counter.
Very
Whoa,
good.
whoa, that was a mix of metaphors there. That blew my mind just then. That's
Yeah,
awesome. What's your
just-
favorite sub? Sorry, we'll get back to your love lost child in a second. What's your favorite sub?
We talk about what now?
What? when you go to
Łukasz look
Subway,
at me and goes, "What are we
Yeah.
talking about
Is
now?"
this BDSM thing or
no,
No.
you eat Subway.
It's not BDSM.
Wait, does he actually eat Subway, or are we just fucking with him?
I'm just fucking with him.
Okay, so he doesn't eat Subway.
They have tomatoes, right?
He's vegetarian like you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
I should have known from your pale
Yeah.
Pale
Complexion.
pale complexion.
I'm very pale.
Yeah.
Unless I get tan, then I'm a bit tanned.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but they say that about body as well, because I've been watching Too Hot to Handle. Like my two favorite dating shows by far are Too Hot to Handle and Love on the Spectrum.
What is Too Hot to Handle? I haven't seen it. I don't know. You need to help
Okay,
me.
so a bunch of very attractive young people, very horny, are invited to a show.
How do they test their horniness?
Because supposedly it's meant to be a show about them, having sex, with other people.
But
That's how
is that part of the thing? It's like we need like 18 super young, super horny people. How do they find?
You can't get in if your testosterone is not above 500.
Oh, is that they test for?
No.
I don't know.
I'm
the thing is with
bullshitting. I have
guys, like that's a no-brainer. With guys, it's like just find 9 dudes who are 21. Solved, right? But
Yeah.
for the women, that could be a trickier thing, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, but
You just find me 9 women over 40 recently divorced who are looking to find themselves and who got the
Wow.
money for some surgery. This is going to be a great show.
no,
Yeah.
they all seem to be like in their 20s. I don't
Right.
know. And they all have the interviews and they say, yeah, I'm looking forward to this experience. I love having sex, beautiful people. Yeah, this is what they keep saying.
It's
and
just such a dumb statement. I love having
Oh, you think they're smart?
no, I think I'm like with the applicants who are like, yeah, I'm not really into sex. It doesn't really do it.
I came here more for the intellectual conversation. I'm
For
gonna
the
have
stimulating
the super-
conversation with Chad. It's going to
Chad.
be awesome.
Yeah, and
With
Tracy.
Nathaniel, we're going to have a wonderful time.
Tracy is so smart.
We're going to solve the Middle East right now. Just me
her
and
taking Plato is unique.
I don't think they mentioned. I've seen, I think, most of the seasons, and
they haven't mentioned Plato.
No, they haven't
once.
mentioned Plato or any other Greek philosopher for that.
But they are living on an ideal world.
No Socrates for them, or
No.
even Marcus Aurelius. Nothing.
Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius probably.
Yeah,
Just that one
That
sentence.
one sentence.
Yeah.
Sweet the booze.
The sweet the booze. By the way, if you guys don't know about it, Marcus Aurelius has a very interesting sentence
He
on
does.
his meditations.
Meditations, that
Yes.
famous book that everyone loves to quote so much.
What's the best quote of the book, Chris?
Whenever possible, you must resist the seductive charms of your slave boys.
By the way,
Chapter 2. That's a legit.
by the way,
100%.
exactly. Not only that, this is a historically accurate voice.
That is Marcus Aurelius says, oh, that's sweet the slave bussy.
That's how Marcus Aurelius
Oh, yeah?
sounded.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
spoke English.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah. Only when he was talking about sweet bussy, though. That was the only time.
Sweet
Yeah.
booze.
That's sweet the
Yeah.
booze.
The people at Too Hot to Handle, they also speak English. Very, very simple English. That's why I love the show. And,
That's how you learn your English.
and then they are told at the end of the first episode that, hey, actually, you cannot have sex. You cannot even kiss each other.
But don't they already know? Isn't this like the 3rd season, 4th
Yeah.
season? Don't they
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
they
yeah,
know
but-
this by now. Unless
Yeah.
they're just that dumb.
Yeah,
They
I
are?
don't know.
They're that stupid?
I don't know how scripted this part is, but they really seemed bummed out when they realized that the show is completely different, because they think they're gonna go on the love cruise ship, whatever, and they are put on this yacht, and for the first
There's
12
no
hours,
bumming out for anybody.
yeah, for 12 hours they think they're gonna be banging, and then they are told no.
Is there one of those awesome moments where the person comes out, the presenter, and says that, and you have like just cut to shocked faces and that music? Like there's always some gong and the boom.
Yeah. Vine boom.
What do you mean I
Exactly.
can't finger blast Tracy? What are you talking about?
Exactly. So
Oh, that
probably
is-
it's scripted.
There's someone just fingering in the middle like, ooh, we should probably stop that
Oh,
right
sorry.
now. Sorry. Just walks around. How long are they going to be on the boat for?
No, and then they are trapped in a villa for like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something.
Trapped in a
2 weeks.
Yeah, and then they are not supposed to kiss each other, do anything, but
And
they are too hot to handle, so of course they cannot handle themselves. And whenever one of them,
I should think across that 2 weeks there'd be a lot of them handling themselves.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Word joke.
Maybe they're not every Wednesdays. Everybody.
All right, so they can't handle themselves. But what's the penalty for when you handle someone else?
yeah, so they have a prize fund of $200,000. And a kiss is worth $3,000. So if they kiss, they lose $3,000.
What if they make out? Is one kiss equate to? Is it the same making out a kiss? Because
Wait, I thought making out is kissing.
Making out's like extended kissing, like a little versus
I think the whole making out is 3,000. But if the Lana, which is this weird voice AI thing, which is kind of ruling them all and looking at them all the time.
It's the big brother.
Yeah, the big brother. And when she makes some kind of games, then they are losing double the money, 6,000, and they're like, "What? Did we just lose $6,000 because we kissed the previous night?" And then the whole group is angry at the couple that kissed, and they're like, "Why did you do this? Like, we lost so much
money." Do they get voted out as well, or?
I'm not sure. At some point, they are being kicked out if they don't
abide by the rules. It'd be so great if the computer was giving them a word. It's like, tonight you will play Naked Twister. And they're like, no!
Yeah, and they have a bunch of very sexual games.
Of course.
And kind of,
just trying to play Twister around boners.
yeah. But it's
Left
trying
dick blue.
to make them create bonds by actually connecting on not physical level, which is so hard to these people.
Well, they're also in their 20s. Who wants to do that?
I mean, I don't want to do that. I'm on my 30s.
Yes. I know. Like, no disrespect. We care about your personality and stuff. But like...
Always.
Oh.
Yeah.
I you made it super sincere. But like, that is the worst... okay, sorry. No, there was more to this story,
Man,
I'm sure.
we should watch this show together.
We should.
And then for every time we kiss... we skip 30 seconds.
We lose 3 viewers.
Yeah.
On the show.
Are we game? So?
Oh, maybe. So okay, so then
there's not much to lose, by the way.
So that's the basic plot of the show.
Yeah, and it's great. And another show that I love is Love on the Spectrum.
Okay, hold on. Before you get to the autistic people, do they like? At the end, do they all get a share in the prize money, or is it just whoever's left gets the remaining prize money?
I think usually it's just one couple that actually created a bond, and then at the end, like they didn't kiss in the last few days or something. I don't know.
How much is sex worth on the show? If you have sex, how much do they lose?
I'm not sure if anyone.
Do they have a different price for anal?
Because it would be great.
Do they have a price for anal?
It's an
like,
extra 50. It's an extra 50 for that.
I paid it. I was like, yeah, all right.
It'd be cool if you just went in there like with the idea of just ruining it for everyone. You just start fucking immediately. You just don't stop.
Everybody.
You just watch that prize money counter just slowly ticking down. Every time you think about coming, you look up, still got 10,000 to go. Hold on.
Yeah, I think it's very funny. But what is anal?
It's that stuff you have to talk to your therapist about that you black out.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay.
They didn't arrive in Poland yet.
Anal still hasn't made it to Poland?
No, just potatoes.
But okay, I can't do anything
I
with
can't
that.
Do anything. Potato and anal
I can't do
it.
anything.
Doesn't fit.
Hey!
I need something.
Very nice.
Yeah, but please don't cook them before. We learned that much.
I feel like that would make them easier somehow. Just little boiled potatoes slipping in.
Oh my god, he's trying to
They
show...
call that the Irish hello.
I just thought of mashed potatoes.
That's how it comes out.
I'm sorry to all the...
Sorry, his family, but you don't understand. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so the other show you love on the Spectrum.
Yeah, Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
It's a very different show. Because the participants are trying to find love, and they are on the spectrum, and they are aware that they are on the spectrum, and they talk
Great
about
title
it.
for that show.
And
it's nice, man.
No, it's perfect. It sums up everything he just said.
The Australian one is the best.
Wait, there's an Australian Love on the Spectrum?
Oh, yeah.
Love on the Specky?
Oh, they have Michael. Michael wants to find a wife. And it's so good, dude. I love Michael. I love him. I love him.
What's Michael's problem?
He's autistic as fuck.
Is everyone just really autistic?
Very much.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's very much. And it's like... Maybe we have some friends who are on the spectrum after watching that show.
Why did you look at him slowly?
No, yeah, but I feel like many comedians might be someone on the spectrum, but probably way milder than what they have in the show. And
is it like they can't make eye contact and stuff like that? They're they count matches really quickly.
And also
good at gambling.
Very direct.
Oh.
Yeah, there was this dating show. That one is the American version. There was a dating show, a dating, speed dating. So then you had the paper in front of you. So you were supposed to talk to the person for the time and then mark yes or no. So the guy goes, do you like nature? And she goes, I'm more like a city girl. He goes, no. And just marks no. Looking straight at her, goes, no. Do not break eye contact, straight up.
That's awesome.
And then like the producers have to come and say, hey man, you're supposed to wait after they leave.
He just keeps no for the producer as well.
Yeah, and then he said, you're supposed to wait after they leave to do it. And he goes, no. I knew I was going to mess this up. I knew I was going to mess up. And it's so cute.
Dude.
It's so cute. I really want them to find love.
Yeah. And then he changed his mind, actually, and then later told the organizer, and then actually he went on a date with this girl.
Really?
The city girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it work out?
In the end, I don't think it worked out.
So basically, everyone's just autistic, and we're just watching autistic people trying to find love.
Yeah, which is if you imagine pitching this idea. Can you imagine going to a fucking and going like, hey guys, I have a great idea. We have all these autistics here.
Nice save.
What if we try to make them fuck?
So is it autistic and autistic they pair up?
Yes.
Oh,
he's autistic with autistic. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Usually,
yeah. And they have different flavors of autism, and it's very nice. Like one likes trains, the other like lions.
Yeah, but it's so great because they always before they introduce someone that is arriving at the date, they say two things that they like this person likes bees but from far away, and and is really fascinated by trains. But this person doesn't like loud noise. Also, they don't like bees when they are up close. Yeah, some random stuff.
It's
like
very
this.
cute.
Yeah,
that's sweet, man.
It's very sweet.
Does it give you hope?
It gives me hope. Yeah, maybe that's why I like it.
Yeah, like shit like that's affirming. It's like if did you ever see there was a show? I think it was only one season. It had like quite a bit of controversy around it. It was called Beauty and the Beast.
Did
you ever see it?
That's a film.
No.
That's a film, a Disney film. But there was a TV show that was like Love on the Spectrum, except talk about pitches. The pitch is, all right, so here's the deal. We're going to get a house, and in this house, we're going to put, like, I'm talking a page 3, 10, hottest woman you can ever imagine, and we're going to put her in the house with someone with horrendous physical deformities. And we're going to just see if love can overcome, like, Elephant Man level task scoring.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, this is my high school.
That's amazing. Let's do it. Let's 100%. Yeah, they greenlit it.
Okay, so first things first, what does page 3 mean?
Oh, sorry. So in England, there's a famous thing. There was the Sun newspaper, which is like a right wing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they always were famous for their page 3 girl, which I think they stopped actually a little while ago, and it was just a girl with her tits out, like, but always, you know, some beautiful, crazy, amazing, beautiful looking British girl. So page 3 girls.
How many seasons did they got of the Beauty and the Beast?
1.
But it's out there.
Oh, it's out there.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay. Yeah. And it's just one person?
Do you want? No, I think they did a couple of different combinations. But do you want a spoiler or do you not want a spoiler?
I feel like I want a spoiler.
You do?
Yeah.
Didn't work.
No.
Love did not overcome.
No.
Like a dude with like a half a face and a half a fucking bone stick out. It didn't work.
I would guess. You know, like we could do a slightly modern version of that.
Call it Love Burns.
Yeah.
And it's Burns victims.
No, we call it.
How do I kiss him? He has no lips.
We call it Gamers Paradise.
Oh, okay.
So we pick up like these only fangirls.
Okay.
Which are basically supported by gamers.
Yep, Twitch and streamers and
stuff.
No,
the Twitch streamers OnlyFans.
Is it like there's a crossover with that?
There is a big crossover.
Okay.
Because now you can always trick Twitch to show some nudity.
It's like Instagram. There's always ways.
So it's not advertisement for their OnlyFans, you know. So they do the gaming so that people pay for the OnlyFans for the uncensored things.
Yeah.
So we take one of those, 10 gamers.
Okay.
Wait, it seems like you want to be on this show.
He just wants to play the games. He's like, fuck this shit. I just want to play games and get paid.
Well, and then the best gamer wins the girl.
Yeah. So basically,
no, the girl chooses, of course.
No,
the girl chooses
the
on
best
the gamers.
gamer. Yeah,
No,
the
no,
best
she
gamer.
chooses.
No, I
of
think the
course.
best gamer is way more fun because then it's just the Asian kids who are going to win.
No, man.
Look, I know that's a stereotype from like 5 years ago, but it's still real, right? Like Asian gamers are the kings still, right? You would know this better than me, but like I'm more of a fighting game guy.
Depends on the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Counter-Strike is Russians.
well, fair
Because,
enough.
it's about war, and they've been winning pretty good.
In the game?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But
And there was a time Brazilians were really good
at what?
at Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and
Oh.
also
Yeah.
Poland.
Also Poland. So it
people,
was
yeah, for
Polish,
sure.
then
Yeah.
Brazilians, then Danish took over for like 3.5 years, and it got the sport so boring that people stopped watching. So
What?
they had to.
What is that because of PewDiePie? Well, I know he's
No,
Swedish,
no,
but why did they? What is boring about their style of play as compared to anyone else's?
They took the game as a mathematical equation. So they would play it like androids.
Okay.
They would play odds,
Yeah.
and then there was no passion about it. It's like basically they figured out a way to play the game that they look like robots and nobody else could beat them. So it was always, every competition was always Astralis, this is the name of the team, winning. That's it. So there
Right.
was no point in betting. There was no point
They're
in
like
watching.
the Klitschko's of the game.
Right.
world.
You just go, oh yeah, it's against them. So it became so easy.
Counter-Strike on the spectrum.
It was nobody could Counter-Strike them down.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I stepped on that. My apologies. I like what you're doing there.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
was
nice
getting
dance
there,
for your
I was
people.
getting there, dude. I was
I
getting
know.
there.
It's taking a while.
No,
It's like watching
sorry.
on stage. Long
Oh,
setups.
Wow. Wow. I improved my setups.
No, you're great.
Don't say nice things to Richard on the show because
Why?
then he
Implodes?
he implodes. He's just giving.
Have you
up.
ever had an autism test?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I did an IQ test.
How'd that go?
Bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it
just 2 standard deviations away.
No.
Is it
not
bad when
even.
you don't know what a good IQ test is? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you ever hear like this person has a 120 IQ and you go, oh, like, okay, that's good, right? Like,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm assuming
I have
anything
no
below
idea.
100 is bad.
I think IQs are set in such a way that the 100 defines the average.
Yeah.
Okay,
So if you are
medium.
100, you are of average intelligence. That's
All
it.
right.
Ah, is this what it is?
Yeah.
Then just 1 standard deviation away. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
What is a standard? Now I feel like a fucking idiot. What is 1 standard deviation?
He's a mathematician who's going to explain to everybody.
Okay,
Uh,
what's a standard deviation?
It's a measure of how far away are you from the center, like what is expected. So I believe it's like everything that is within the standard deviation. It's counts for 67% or something like this.
So imagine a curve like this.
Yeah.
That's a bell.
Yeah.
Everything that is in the middle
Yeah.
is 1 standard deviation from the thing, from the middle. If you are
No,
within
it's-
the...
No, everything that's okay. The middle.
The
is
middle
the
is the
standard,
standard
and everything
deviation,
away from
yeah.
that. Wait.
Yeah. So standard deviation is the measure of how many things are in the middle, and
Oh.
it's I forgot the exact formula for
Well,
this.
we are sounding so smart right now, you guys.
No, we're not.
We are
we're
crushing
not. We're
it.
not. My
I
friends
know.
watching these are like, Richard
This is
retarded.
why we're comedians. We don't usually bother in deviations.
Yes, so the formula is you take all the points
Yeah.
minus the average,
Yeah.
you square them, you sum them, and then you take a square root, and then you divide by the number of things.
What it
Did
means
everybody
is like,
catch
so-
that? Everyone get that? Good.
Chris,
I'm gonna have
it's
to
like
watch this again.
If you are 2 standard deviations away from 2 standard deviations, we
Yeah.
say 2 sigma, you are within the 95 percentile, above 95%. So you are the 5% of the population.
So two standard deviations is good.
Or bad. You
Yeah.
either have the IQ of a potato, which means that you are on the bottom
An anal
of
potato?
5%, or in the top 5%. They're both
Okay.
2 standard
Yeah,
deviations.
and mashed potatoes
Ah.
come in play right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Which
a-
is my favorite
Yeah.
dish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 1 standard deviation is between 67 and 95%.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, which is where I sit.
You sit on the sofa. What are you talking about?
There he is. With your polka dot socks.
But I'm not sure how many like
feel very
IQ
boring.
points are the ones turned.
I have no
If it's
idea. It depends on the
10 or 20,
population.
But anyway,
Depends in population. My IQ in Brazil is 150. Here is 90.
Is that true?
No.
Oh, did you actually? You have actually 150 IQ is fucking crazy good.
I have 150 IQ. He does.
Do you really?
I don't
In
think I ever
in
measured
Polish
this,
don't measure.
yeah.
It's demoralizing.
I think it's kind of a thing that you can train for, and I'm like, why would I optimize my life to train for this? I rather train for being funny on stage, which is not working out, but maybe one
No,
day.
hey, you know what? You keep going.
Yeah,
You're gonna get there.
Yeah, that's the problem. So so Chris is running great open mics.
Thank you.
Yeah, Down Under Comedy.
Thank you.
He's also running.
It's just
some
one.
other
It's
shows.
just one open mic I run, but thank you.
Yeah, right. But we used to do them in 2 different places.
He
He
doesn't run. He ruins.
I ruin other people's open mics. I do. Sometimes I show up and I can't see.
yeah, that's what happened yesterday. It was a very fun set.
Thank you, thank you. No, I've run shows for a little while, a little over 2 years and a bit now. Since what, 20? God, I don't even remember. Post-pandemic, so like 2021 or something. I've been running shows since.
Oh, okay.
2 years ago.
I know it's weird, right? No one even it's like people just cough with their mouths open.
It's 4 years ago.
Why do you run an open mic?
It's been good training. Yeah, well, it's been good. Like, it's been a really good, especially for like Edinburgh and stuff like that. It was such a great, because I did the Edinburgh Festival 2 years ago, 2022, and it was such a great training ground for that, because when you go to Edinburgh, it's not, especially your first time, unless you have like a great agent or your amazing social media presence, you are going to be playing to different rooms every night. And especially if you're doing spots for other people as well, you have no idea. Like, I did a show, I did like 4 shows one day. One was literally like half of your living room was the space for the show. So like you could fit, 20 people is already an insane crush, and that includes the performers on stage. It's just, it's a little tiny place. It's called the Wee Room. It's tiny as hell. And then, you're going to this giant place with like 120 seats, and then you're suddenly back to like 16, and then you're playing to 6, and then you're playing to like 47. And it's just, and then you're playing to midnight, you're playing to a heckler room, which is jam packed with people screaming at you. And it's just, it's madness. But like open mics are a fantastic training ground, running an open mic, I should say, because you have to juggle so many different situations constantly, and you never know what you'll hit.
All right, that's a great answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, I love your open mics because, just like the name of your comedy thing, Down Under, is exactly the locations that you're choosing,
They're down under locations?
Shitty, small rooms.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have 2 people, sometimes you have 15,
I know,
maybe
it's
20 people, and then it's a packed room with 20 people in the places that I've seen you do your open mics.
Yeah.
And I loved Bonnie Prince.
Thanks.
Which is no more.
Yeah. I like small rooms where you're on top of people, because it's like, especially in Switzerland, they don't have a lot of those, and those are a lot more standard across a lot more places. And there's like, I think I'm the only person who has a room that's kind of like that here. Maybe there's one in Basel, but it's the only one. And it's just like, when you're on top of the audience and you can't bullshit them, you can't like, you're more performative. You get, and they're more like, ha 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 ha. They're like, what are you doing? Like, it forces you to have to really talk to people, which is, it's quite, I like them. It's nice.
Very nice, dude. Very cool.
Also, I'm scared of success.
You were working now on a new hour. The new hour is looking good, dude. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. It's let me just check my mic because I dropped the cable. My mic is still working. Okay,
that's good.
Yeah.
Nice butt, by the way. You have a tremendously
small butt.
Not small, just average. It's very like,
it's one standard deviation.
It's one standard deviation.
Yeah. What about my butt? Is it okay?
No.
I could work more.
You
right?
could.
Yeah,
you could. You look a little bit like a psychedelic scarecrow.
That's exactly what I asked my sister. Do I look like a scarecrow?
Really? Yeah, you do. Like, I dropped some acid and I'd see you, in a cornfield.
Wow. Speaking of acid, I put some on that orange juice you had, dude.
Thank God. I was wondering what that tingling sensation was. Oh, have you ever done acid?
Yeah, we did it together.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
It was my first time ever.
Yep.
And we did it together, and it was an absolutely incredible experience. It was really good.
Do you feel like you got anything from it?
Yes. I figured it out that I'm actually happy.
Oh, how was that?
It was the best. It's like, I was like, okay, I will let whatever feeling I have inside of me come out.
Yeah.
And I'll just welcome it. and I could feel it coming. I feel it coming.
I don't know this song, but I'm with it.
And it's exactly like that. It was just like a true, real, guttural laugh. Just a smile, just laughter, and smiling, and I just happiness, pure happiness.
That's awesome.
And it was the best, dude. It was so good. And then Łukasz was just here, and I was just here, and then we just touched foot.
You just yeah.
So we knew that we were real.
Yeah, we were real at that moment.
Yeah,
it was
it's
weird.
the only time we were just touching food, and then after that, I just danced the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So my body would dance to the music without me having to do anything, and I was like having serious conversations, and they're just dancing.
That's awesome.
And then we had a friend coming over, which is also on the podcast, the previous episode, Martina. And she took care
Martina,
of us.
the comedian, Martina?
Yeah.
Oh, she's
She took
lovely.
care of us. She did give us pizza. We had a beautiful scene on the balcony.
Yeah.
In which Łukasz came in the balcony, and I was like, "Man, you're just love." And he goes, "That's it? That's all I am?" And then like,
is that all I am to you?
Is that all I
Love?
am to you? Love? And then we like started this whole like noir serious scene in which this guy the girl comes to the guy and say, "You are love to me," and he goes, "That's it? That's all I am to you? That's all I am to you? I am love to you." And then he gets angry at her because he doesn't want him to be the definition of love for her because he thinks he sucks. So like we wrote the whole thing, and Martina was like, and then me and Łukasz talking as these characters.
Yeah.
And then Martina took notes, and it was very nice. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Wait, were you tripping on acid or what? This story is crazy.
We watched Cars, the Pixar movie.
Yeah, that's a dope movie. There's
Oh,
more
it's
great.
a great film. It's a great film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had very funny moments in which there was Disney Plus on the TV, and then we would make trailers for just the posters.
You would make trailers for the posters?
Yeah,
No. Richard was describing the posters, kind of like what they would say in the trailer, like this summer, you're not gonna believe how heterosexual this guy is because he is white and from Poland and he likes mashed potatoes in his holes because he's wholesome sometimes. Something like this. Yeah.
It was pretty much
I don't
that.
remember word for word, but
But
yeah.
this is a.
I'm not coming back, Norm.
I'm not coming back, Norm.
No, it was lovely. So wholesome holes. Don't be upset. Don't be upset.
Wait, is this a Norm bit?
No, it's David Letterman. Norm did a terrible joke when David Letterman was there. It was like male authors are. Was it the male authors?
I can't remember. I just remember that moment, and then the wholesome joke. I'm like, this is the right moment to leave. I'll see you guys later.
He said, people keep saying that male authors are obsessed with with writing females and rocks. No, these are male authors. See? and then
What just happened here?
David Letterman just looked at him and said, "I'm not coming back, Norm."
Yeah,
and then he does a worse one, and then
he leaves. Yeah, he walks off, yeah.
We walked.
So strike one, Łukasz. We'll see what happens next.
Okay, yeah, I also don't know baseball, so yeah, let's not talk about this.
Oh man, this is really good.
No, so so you watched Cars, you tripped out a lot. You wrote advertisements for his posters and stuff. How long was the trip?
It's a long
5 hours.
trip. No, it's like 8 hours. Like
I mean,
what is time? Am I right?
That I was completely out was 4 hours.
Oh.
And then another 3 hours in which I was still tingling and dancing.
Nice.
I danced for 8 hours basically. That was it was because I was quiet, but my body wasn't.
Yeah,
I love that
he
Łukasz
kept dancing. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
I kept dancing the whole time,
He
and it
kept
was
dancing,
just like
and he's like,
weird.
"I'm actually happy."
You sure that
I'm
wasn't like a
actually happy."
seizure?
Yeah,
I just be sure you weren't just having a seizure and like, I'm dancing.
No,
I'm dancing.
it was to the beat.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
we put Pink Floyd, and then.
Do you know how to dance? Like, I'm in Brazil. I imagine you grow up with like a significant number of dances at your disposal, right?
Yeah. But I was
Salsa,
my family's worst dancer.
picante,
Oh, were you?
I was my
You're
family's
good.
worst dancer. I was the worst at sports in my
sriracha.
family.
What are the dances you know?
Sriracha is a sauce, man.
I know, motherfucker.
From Asia.
The ignorance makes it better.
See this guy? Can you do some sriracha for me?
Was it here before we like picante? He doesn't know that one. Let me try another one.
Only if I do on your pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right, what dances do you know? The bachata?
No, I didn't know. I know forró, which is Brazilian.
Forró?
Yeah.
That's a Chinese takeout. That's not.
No,
is that a real?
Chinese. It's a real dance. Yeah.
Forró.
It's Brazilian folk.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you do the forró?
Two to one side, two to the other side. Rub your genitals. That's
Brazilian line dancing, in other words.
Yeah, it's very straightforward.
Cotton Eye Joe stuff.
Yeah, my brother was a dance teacher.
Oh.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
And then he had a dance partner. They were doing like I don't know how to say this word. AERIAL.
Hang on, can you say that again?
AERIAL.
You go to Areola?
Aerial.
Ariel.
Yeah. Like throwing people in the air.
Oh, I thought she's black.
You should have
now.
just gone for the fucking word. You shouldn't have tried to like the spelling.
I couldn't say the word.
You just said Ariel. It was great. You nailed it.
Ariel.
Ariel. Okay. Yeah.
Like
Ariels. Yeah,
yeah.
I love this stuff.
Like the
Okay.
mermaids. So he was throwing this lady up, and she gained some weight. And he was throwing her up and dancing.
During the throw.
Like
how can this happen?
well, they were doing a tour, and apparently she was eating a lot, and
Yeah.
then she got a little bit heavier than usual.
So this was like that moment in Dirty Dancing. He goes to pick her up,
Yeah, but
and
then then she crushes him.
Yeah. That's I don't know if that's ever happened to you. I have Dirty Dancing lifted so many chicks like just in time.
Really?
Yeah, not like it's like
You're
come
getting
on,
them, you're getting them wet.
No, well, if you're in the pool, maybe there's not, there's fucking
I
like
need to find a pool.
because like especially like doing drama and stuff, growing up in school and like then being like kind of a drama kid and performing and stuff. Everyone knows that, and it's like a thing you always want to play around and do. Like this is gonna blow your mind. I did it to Ahmet Bilge one time at a show.
How?
Well, he was a lot slimmer then.
But a lot. You know what I mean? Yes, it has to be quite long time ago.
I think I slipped a disc even then doing
no.
because we needed like 2 attempts. Like the first one, he was like, ugh! It didn't quite happen, and then he ran back and went again, and I managed to give up. But I've done that one a lot, and let me tell you something: when it's bigger people who don't know how to hold themselves up or engage or don't have core strength or anything
to engage themselves
at all, it's hard. It's difficult. It's very difficult, and of course you don't want to drop a chick on their face, and that's like their memory. But
all right, so now this is a promise. I want to work out and then lose weight and get core strength so that Chris can do Dirty Dancing with me.
I'll do that. You should do it to
Łukasz.
You can just do it now.
You call me on stage and I come running and you go every time.
Is that the song that's playing?
Yeah, it's time.
I was just trying to think. Oh, it's Time of My Life. That's right. Yeah. For some reason, I had Hungry Eyes.
This way before.
Yes, I swear.
This is true. And I'm going out to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he just lift me up on stage and then rotate it. And
that's
then
right.
Body slam me.
I just become the Macho Man Randy Savage. You should never have messed with the Australian Thunder. And drop an elbow and shit.
And I'm tapping 1, 2, 3.
Pick up my leg, put me on a leg lock.
That'd be
and
amazing.
I go 1, 2, 3, out.
That's
that is be good.
That would be great. That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
you start with Dirty Dancing and it ends with fucking like
and just slam me on the
like
first
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. All right, let's do that.
Let's do that. All right.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
You can be the dad. I'll tell you. Nobody puts Richard in the corner.
No,
I'll tell you.
yeah, dude. We should get some other
that
people
movie.
coming
Like that's
in.
one of those movies. Like, and again, it's maybe like to a younger generation, it doesn't mean anything. But I grew up in a time when like movies like Dirty Dancing and Grease and Saturday Night Fever were still very much in like
the zeitgeist.
Yeah, like in the world of everyone's knowledge and entertainment stuff. But it's weird when you go back and watch those movies like as a slightly older person, you're like, oh, everyone's like having abortions and like fucking getting pregnant.
yeah.
There's like domestic violence. It's like the first Rocky. When you go back and the dude's beating the shit out of his sister, you're like, what the fuck am I what?
That
like,
was the norm, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like those movies are
dude.
Yeah.
I finished therapy, right?
You finished? You completed therapy?
I completed therapy. Turns out
like
that
Sonic the Hedgehog.
yeah, literally that.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I got the end screen. I had to choose. Want to do it again?
Yeah, you saved the princes and everything.
I
You
didn't
saved
save-
Łukasz's
I
rings
saved my inner child. Oh.
just by spinning really fast, and just mowing through them.
Going through no. Turns out when you don't pay the therapist,
You're good. that's
she
such
goes,
a
well, we reached the 3K mark. I guess we.
I guess
now.
you're cured now. You don't need
yeah,
any help
you're fine.
anymore.
Go
Congratulations.
home.
Your insurance has failed, so congratulations.
Go home. Go home.
You're fine.
So I don't know where I was going with
Now
that.
you get to
Fuck.
take therapy on Instagram. That's the place you go now
No.
for therapy.
man.
Now I've got the Sonic theme in my head.
No, that is not the Sonic theme.
There's
Do it
lots
again.
of Sonic themes.
Do it again. No, it's
That is the same theme I was just doing, motherfucker. That is exactly the same theme.
Both of these sounded completely different, but I have to admit I don't know the Sonic.
Literally, I just went
It's Green Hill
and he
Zone.
went
It's Green Hill Zone
yeah.
one.
That one actually starts going like it has that weird little.
Dude, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Video game music always get me pumped. I love
Yeah.
it. Like the 8-bit, the good times. Then
Yeah.
Like if I could have to clean the house, I put Sonic.
Yeah. Do you know? Oh, sorry. Go
Dino
ahead.
Crisis. Yeah,
I was gonna say there's actually a while I watched a breakdown of the playing styles of Sonic and how the games are engineered. There's actually like Sonic and Mario are distinctly different, but even their sound design is designed to help you play the way the game should be played. Sonic is all about speed. It's going as fast as you can, getting through everything, maximum speed. That's why the music is like always pumping.
Yeah.
Whereas Mario is super slow. And it's all about taking your time, learning precision movements, and then like adapting as you go.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's cool.
It's like
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
why
know, man. I miss
ADHDers
that shit.
love Sonic, and people with like a little.
Yeah, that's the TikTok thing. I think that's why we have viral songs today, because the songs speak to a certain like lizard brain we have that says do this, and this is watch more.
Well, like, oh, you mean the songs that everyone uses on like, and each time there's a spooky song, it's that what's that one called? Trans something? It's like by Crystals, something Crystals.
Something I
The
don't
one
know.
that's
That's
like-
always the trending song.
Yeah.
And I think they speak to the soul of people. And then that's why it gets on their brains, and then they can watch the same song 500 times a day and it still be fine.
Yeah.
And then they get over it, and then the next song that touched the same buttons come up naturally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of wild the way that is one thing that's trippy is that you have like specific songs that become viral songs and everyone you get more views by using those songs.
Oh yeah.
And it's always the same part because if you listen to some of these songs that I have, because I'm like, that's cool. The song itself, like there's a whole like 2 minutes 30 that no one ever uses. It's just that one real specific part that everyone hooks into. That's perfect
And it's
for that
completely
thing.
random because it's like somebody tried this at the beginning,
Yes.
Yeah.
put it on behind, and then that one somehow raised above.
Yeah.
I don't know, like a few months ago, there was that one like a Makebera.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get a woo wee?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fun song.
Yeah. And the whole song is beautiful. If you listen to the whole song, it's really good. But that's the thing.
This
That
is a terrible
piece
change of position.
completely blew up.
Yeah.
And nobody knows why.
Yeah,
It's just because it's fun.
but I think it's kind of like evolution. So like just the best things kind of stay, and the same with
It's like that
the
meme
species,
of the
like the
Darwinian evolution.
Darwinian
Super slow.
evolution of memes, and I think the same of culture.
Man, how have you never
I used to be called Darwin by someone. Someone gave me that pet name one time.
used Darwin in any of your shit?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Chris Darwin, dude.
Do I look like the next step?
The previous one.
That's true. I do actually have like this Neanderthal ridge, man. I've got
'cause
like
you just have this very
I
short
have like
forehead.
just bone, just fucking weirdly
Yeah.
protruding bone that sticks out. You got a little bit of that going on, just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
the
the
European.
one step before you.
Yeah. You're like the missing link between myself and Richard.
I told you I should have sat
Yeah,
in the middle.
That would have made so much more sense.
Oh man, you do a little bit Neanderthal vibes.
Yeah, man. Like
I never realized that.
yeah. I'm a handsome Neanderthal.
Ooga booga. Oh my god, handsome Neanderthal is a great name for a show.
That is. What would be the pitch for handsome
Oh,
Neanderthal?
well, easy. So this guy is an island, okay? So you put
it's
20
an island.
Neanderthals on this guy.
20 Neanderthals.
And you say
And
no.
one woman. Good luck.
You say for each time she gets R-worded,
Oh my God.
you lose 500.
And then they're like, what is money to a Neanderthal?
Yes,
they have no concept. Ugh.
You lose the berries.
You lose some berries. Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Well, that really ground to a halt. Thanks for bringing
well,
rape
thanks,
into it.
man. I mean, I'm just thinking that like that
As
was.
soon as you said R word, we're all like, ah! That's the best part.
Yeah, I didn't want to say the full word because we don't want to get monetized.
Are you monetized? Wouldn't you need to be monetized first for that? Isn't that like two standard deviations
I'm
away
looking
from?
at the future.
No, okay, fair enough.
I'm looking at the next step.
You don't want to be like 10 years from now, they'll go back and like, he said
He said,
rape on one of his podcasts.
"Oh shit!" He did.
now-
I said F. I said,
And now you can't host the Oscars
"Oh, imagine that."
because you didn't let P. Diddy fuck you.
Oh my god.
I thought you meant robot, but
SRF.
Every time the girl gets roboted, you live in a great world, man. I love your mind. It's the
Gets
best.
roboted.
Darkness.
Wow. But that would be. That's the thing. Throughout the history of humanity,
Yeah.
sex only became consensual like a few thousand years ago.
Łukasz is laughing like for Łukasz it was only a few months ago.
no, I haven't thought about this. But the language, when did the language develop? Or
No,
but
yeah, I
maybe
mean,
it's
for the-
not
I
For
think
the-
even with language, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
No, it's
Yeah,
it's
right.
yeah, it's very a lot of the thing, everything we've grown up with like as being like, oh, this is how things are. We've been this way for a microfraction of a microfraction. The way we live is so counter to everything that's come before us. Like throughout the
Right.
history of the planet, it's such an insanely tiny sliver. It's like it's even there's some crazy thing, you know. They talk about like if the history of the planet was like in a 24-hour clock, or you know, like on a clock, like human beings would have appeared in the last like second of the final minute before
Right.
midnight, something like that. Where the way we live is preposterous. It doesn't make any sense.
You know, it's one thing that I was thinking yesterday. I was talking to Puya, is one of the new comedians that were there. We're talking, and we're talking about Joe List, the comedian.
Yes.
Yeah, and Joe List had a bit that he was saying that hell. No, it's not Joe List. It was Louis C.K. has a bit saying
Easy
that
to mix those two up. They both wear glasses.
No, we started with Joe List, and then we moved into Louis C.K. because we're talking about hell.
You love Louis C.K., right?
I love Louis. Yeah, I love Louis.
As a man.
I mean, I don't like his comedy. I like him as a person.
All right.
Yeah,
It's
kind
like
of the
Cosby.
opposite of me.
Kind of like Cosby. Yeah. No.
He's out. How insane is that Cosby's out and free and wandering around and doing comedy shows?
I don't think he has the strength to do the things he did before.
What? I don't know.
I wouldn't put my.
I just wouldn't take a drink from him.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't.
It's
I wouldn't
like,
have a
well,
coffee with him. But
Yeah.
you
You
know.
want to go for a coffee? No, thank you. No, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee.
That's what you'd say to Cosby. I don't drink coffee. That'd be it. He's like, what about a soda pop? I like a soda pop.
But I don't drink it today.
Do you have any potatoes? All right, so sorry, you were saying?
No, there's
Yeah.
this thing about the hell being personalized. So it's this bit that he has, and he's saying that hell is a specific hell for each person
Oh, yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of being one general hell that you just throw everybody inside.
Yeah.
And what I thought is that if Instagram or YouTube can personalize my ads,
Yeah.
you know, and this is a technology that already exists in our world,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then we should rethink all these eternal damnation things forever.
Well, that's the thing about all of them. They're all of their time because they only had what they had to deal with, right?
Yeah.
That's all they had. Like, they only had the imagination of fire and, like, stabbing because that was...
That was ouchie and ouchie.
Yeah, that was all they had. They didn't have like the visceral like humiliation of having to put out a video every day and having no new followers from it. Like that kind of, you know what I mean? Like that personal hell that you guys go through all the time.
Well, my hell,
Just a cheap shot for no reason.
my hell is me laying down in bed and then
Yeah.
opening Instagram, and then I scroll forever and I can never get out.
Oh, really?
So every time I have to turn it off to sleep, it's like I must sleep, but then I just keep going, and then
That's an interesting
and
personal
then when
hell.
I take the strength to get out of Instagram, then I get on YouTube Reels, and, then, and I'm like, no, and I'm back at YouTube.
To be honest with you, though, I feel like for you that's more of a heaven than a hell.
No, it's terrible.
No, because if you're in that, right, you're locked in, but you don't have to worry about the passage of time. You just scroll.
You're locking forever. You know you can never leave.
But who gives a fuck? Like you're like when how much do you not notice time when you're scrolling?
A lot.
Right. So if you had eternity and you didn't have to give a fuck.
But I'm conscious, like there's moments in which I go, I shouldn't be doing that. I don't want to be doing this. I want to do something else. But I'm like spell locked.
Yeah. To be honest with you, most people's hell, in a Western civilization, I should say, most people's idea of hell is just a room by themselves and nothing. Just you alone with your head. Have fun with that.
I like being alone in my head.
Do you though?
Yeah, and then you choose to
scroll.
Yeah.
It's like, man, this being alone stuff is great. I wonder if other people like being alone as much as I do.
Maybe it's not being alone. I've done a few times in which I just go hiking by myself, don't tell anybody, and just go and then come back and just never say anything to anyone.
Imagine like that old boy scenario though. You're put in a room with nothing, and some dude just like slots in a pot noodle every day, and that's all you got. That's like, you're not going anywhere. There's no windows.
I can't write anything?
Nothing. You could probably write in your feces if you wanted to. Like, that's something you could do. But like, that's your existence. Imagine 23 years of just pot noodle and you in a room, and that's all you get.
In pottery. With my mud.
With your mud clay, like clay sculpture. Yeah.
Sculptures.
That's all you could do.
Oh, damn, that would be horrible.
See, that's like a much more... Isn't that funny? That's like a Western hell. Horrible. But then if you go like Eastern cultures, the idea of solitude in a cave somewhere, deprivation from all of the social norms is like a path to enlightenment for some people.
So what's hell for them? America?
Well... It's
like loud people shouting everywhere, the constant fear of somebody shooting you, of a guy coming in on a new drug and eating your face out.
That I guess would depend on your kind of level of, I guess, consciousness. Like if you look at it all as just a tide that flows in and out.
What would be the perfect hell for you?
Fuck, that's tough.
Yeah, what would be your personalized hell? I have an idea.
Tell me, yeah.
It's a movie...
Go on.
that you have to constantly watch.
Yeah.
And it's terrible writing. And every time you watch it, is the people just doing cheap exposition by explaining the same thing over and over. And then when the guy finish explaining, a new character comes in and go, aha, so that means, and then explain it again.
So basically you're saying my personal hell is watching Dune 2 over
forever.
And over. Just be like, that was a way worse because I know how good the book is and just be like, why haven't...
Yes.
Like,
and you always know the book, and it's like your favorite book. It's just that the movie is badly made, and you have to watch it for eternity.
That is a tremendously great personal hell for me. That's like all my favorite books turned into the worst fucking hack job films. Yeah. Everything cut out and being treated like an idiot as an audience member. That is a perfect.
Yeah, and it's like, that's that movie that the guy has the eye.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. Clockwork, and you can't.
I can't look away.
Yeah,
ironically enough, actually quite a good adaptation of the book. Have you read the book?
No.
It's the film's actually a pretty decent one, funnily enough.
I saw the film, I didn't read the book.
Sorry to bring it down with the intellectual crowd. I read. Sorry guys, I apologize.
So just when you thought I couldn't get hotter,
I don't know if any dude's gotten hotter by being a person that reads. Who do you know that's
girls? Comment down here if
all
you think
7 of you girls. Please comment down.
We have more girls than guys watching this podcast. Last time I said that nobody with boobs watched this, and we had comments. Personal. They tell me in real life. They're all my friends, but but they were like, I watch it and I have boobs, and I was like, sorry.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we do get girls. Girls, isn't reading sexy as fuck?
Yeah.
I don't.
And if it is, Chris, you should teach me
how to read.
Yeah.
You know the sides of the pizza boxes, the little stuff that's on. Yeah, circular.
Is this a callback?
Yeah.
Can we do jokes here?
Is this comedy?
God.
I didn't know. I was just trying to.
What will be
Have
your
we been here before?
Hell?
Are we doing this already?
Your personal hell, Łukasz?
My personal hell?
Yeah,
this sounds terrible. 23 years in a room. I could spend maybe a month like this,
alone.
but then I would want to go out for sure.
You're kind of a social person.
I like my me time, but I like people as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to have a right
Me
balance. Yeah.
Too hot to handle, Łukasz
the
is.
champagne. What? I thought you meant celebration and things.
Yeah.
No.
I like it as well.
Self-celebration.
I find that fascinating how isolation is a punish. Like it to our mindset, it's very much a punishment here. Like it's really like that. We look at like you look at prisons. The worst thing is solitary confinement, right?
Well, but it's a basic human need.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
It's socializing is a basic human need.
This is evolution as well.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't survive without a tribe, and then like when you're brought up as well, you are always surrounded by people. And if you're not, I believe there were these experiments. These people were wild. They couldn't then readapt. So it almost seems like they lived the hell because they were put in this confinement from the beginning. So
wild.
It's funny that personalized hell is not that, it hasn't changed that much. It's not like social media makes the inventiveness of a personal hell way, more diverse. It's still basic human shit. Like that's the weird thing is we're still operating with all that hunter-gatherer shit just in this crazy world that doesn't stop now for any second.
Yeah, and it's
more of a comment really.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's moving so fast as well. I think this is what every generation is saying now.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
But
these damn kids and their fucking TikToks and their
the damn kids in their TikToks.
What's the next thing? There's got to be something new coming through. TikTok can't be the end of it.
Dude, but look, I don't think that's that bad.
Because
if you think,
I didn't say anything was bad about it.
No, not bad, but like I don't think it's that.
I, for one, support our new Chinese overlords. Sorry, you sponsored by China?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
I wish.
Don't worry, China will send some money over.
Oh yeah, I want that social credit score up. Yeah, dude. No, the thing is, if you think back when you were 9,
okay,
if you think the things that made you laugh, the things that like you really enjoyed, it was basically like poop, fart,
poop, pee.
Poop, pee,
all
fart,
stuff
toilet.
Yeah.
Things going fast and and if you look at TikTok, is that?
It's just all poop and pee.
It's 9-year-olds watching poop and pee, but animated poop and pee.
Okay.
So it's like it's the same thing. It's just coming from a different angle.
Like they're just delivered differently, rather than from friends. It's just people you linked on. It's all the same stuff. Though.
So I don't think that's.
Will we ever get more
disruptive.
sophisticated as a species? Will we ever find
I
something?
think we are, because before we had to, like, you touched poop. Now the kids just watch it on the screen. That's a really more sophisticated.
Yeah, first of all, I don't remember touching poop at 9 or even before.
I know.
Later.
For sure you did, though.
But
like,
come on, you never threw poop at somebody?
That's a very Brazilian thing. I'm going to be honest.
Sounds like it.
I've heard your stories. That is very much a Brazilian thing.
I know a few stories.
No,
of this
but you asked me to imagine when I was 9, and I just remember this guy cracking a joke. He was personifying a ball, and he was saying we were playing football, and the ball, someone kicked it out, and then he was saying, the ball went out to have coffee, and I was just laughing so much. I don't know why it was funny, but he was personifying the ball, and we kept making jokes about this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
just wanted to share because you told us to imagine.
Just wanted to say, prove to us how much more highbrow you were. Than us. We're like poop and pee, and you're like, my ball goes out for coffee.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's funny.
And it went out with Bill Cosby because it didn't know. It just didn't know any better at the time. It was different times when I was 9.
Comedy.
Yeah, anyway, so now, I'm compensating, for the humor back then with
compensating.
The stupid...
You use hype man?
Yes.
That's perfect. I like that, though, man.
Man, what made you laugh when you were, like, 14? Do you remember?
Really horrible shit. Like, that's the thing that's a little bit annoying is... not annoying, but I've just had to learn that, like, I have there's very few things that aren't... that are off limits, I should say, are off limits to me. Like there's, I have yet to find, there's only very couple of things that I've yet to find. Because I used to actually, believe it or not, when I was like between 12 and 14, I used to have like a lot more empathy for everyone. Like my friends would make fun of people. I'd be like, they make fun of just random things. Like Australian humor is a very harsh thing. Like they'll make fun of everyone.
Yeah.
Like I had friends who just made fun of people with disabilities because they thought they sounded funny, and that was just like and so like I would always be like the guy being like, come on guys, don't nah. And then there was just something happened in my head at like 14 or 15, and I just clicked into like, why, fuck it. And then I would, if it was funny, like if it had funny, if there was something humorous to it, I'd laugh with it. So I have a very broad, and I know it's cliche to say, but I can typically a very dark sense of humor. I can go quite, if it's funny, we can go real fucking far with it.
I know how it is, yeah.
But audiences aren't like that, which is, I know this isn't the question. You were asking about what I laughed at there.
Oh yeah.
But like, that's been a learning curve for me across time. Has been like, this isn't like hanging with my friends. There's a limit to where there's a level of sophistication I need to bring to anything if I want to make fun of any particular thing. It's not just hey, this is funny, and people have to always understand why it's funny, not just that it is funny. It sounds like a weird thing, because again, not everyone has that just idea of, what would you say? A sense of humor. Not everyone has a sense of humor. That's the easiest way to put it.
Yeah, and as a teenager, I remember some of my friends made me laugh so hard at super dark stuff, super crazy, twisted things that I won't say any of these things now. But I laughed at the time, and then again, with some people, like I'm also happy to go very dark, but I think it's important to bear in mind who are you talking to. I think there is really time and space to crack some types of jokes.
All right.
But I think most jokes are...
I think the hardest I've ever laughed in my life after the LSD thing, before the LSD thing, was when I was 14, me and my cousin, I have a cousin that's called...
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't say which cousin.
We're gonna cut it out.
That would have been great for you to think of before you said his name.
So great, your family in Brazil don't speak English.
Did he just say the Łukasz?
I'm your cousin. Hello.
This was guy. No, me and a friend that might or might not be my cousin. We put. So there is a medicine that if you have gas on your intestines, you drink it and it makes you fart.
Perfect.
So we put it on the teacher's coffee.
Pranks are great.
Yeah, and it's like, and of course the coffee was like close to the window. So like my friend went from the outside, gave me the signal. I came through the door, and I went, and then all the teachers look at me, and I go, I'm here to thank you all for the great work you guys are doing. I have never been this happy. You guys are excellent. You make me look forward. I can see my future. And my cousin was like opening the coffee, putting the thing inside, closing it.
Wait, to just this one teacher or to all the teachers?
I think like 4 or 5 got it.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah, like they all drink it.
Oh, that's so
good.
And
then like they drank the coffee. We go to the class, and we have a Portuguese teacher that she looked like an inverse pear.
Yeah.
Like her feet was very small, and she was really fat. So you would just go up.
Yeah.
And she had a afro hair, even though she was white. And then she would use these yoga pants, and you could see her 2 little pieces of ass like hanging. And she was in the corner, and she would do like this, and her little pieces of ass would jiggle. And like she's jiggling right on stage, and then suddenly you see her ass going like this, and then sucking it in. And then she puts the feet together and start walking like with the feet together, and each step that she takes, it goes, and then she starts farting, walking out of the fucking thing. And I remember not managing to breathe.
Yeah,
I couldn't. I was like, and laughing. And you go outside, and all the teachers were outside, all running to the bathroom, and we had no class, and it was one of the best days, and I got suspended for 3 days.
Worth it, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, what have you used your education for? This is much better.
Yes, for a useless PhD that I could have lived without.
Isn't that a funny thing? Like that level of laughter, like that is the dream of every comedian.
Absolutely.
To make people laugh to like like that level. And it just took some kind of diarrhea medication and coffee. If only we could give everyone the audience that. That would be.
Well, but I had to. There was a premise there because I had to charm the teachers to look at me. Otherwise, it wouldn't work.
Would you ever do that though? Like, okay, hold on with me now. Hold on.
Green room coffee?
No, like provide like free drinks for everyone in your audience.
Oh, that's criminal, dude. This is straight up drugging people.
I know.
This is how Cosby started.
But it's not like
this is how Cosby started.
It was just a prank that got out.
It was just a prank. It was just like, girls, you want to see something really funny?
But look, here's the thing, right? I feel like it's not okay. It's a gray area because you're not like spiking them in a way where they're gonna pass out or something awful is gonna happen. Well. They're just gonna nearly shit themselves. But as an entire audience, like watch you being on stage, like especially if you did it for a solo show where you could just be on stage and just watch people react like suddenly and intensely.
It's like, did you just fart?
Yeah.
Did I just fart? And then everybody just farted.
Yeah, just watching everyone like start to get very uncomfortable.
Oh my God, dude.
You do the first half and you do like a reasonable job and then you offer everyone free drinks and then the second half starts and mayhem, just fucking mayhem.
I would never confess to that.
Of course, allegedly. This is not something that would ever actually happen.
Yeah.
But hypothetically, if it were to happen, it would be very funny.
By the way, this story, a fart story, is not real. Okay, this happened allegedly.
They can't suspend you again. Don't worry, you're out of school, dude.
It's not real. Yeah. I never done it. I also didn't got expelled from school because I blew up the bathroom.
Have you talked about that on this?
I have never talked.
Okay, I don't know how you're doing for time and stuff, but that's a story you should all hear about.
Oh yeah, at a certain point we tell it.
About the time Richard joined the IRA.
Yeah. No man, I actually was at the time of the Osama bin Laden, so I joined Al Qaeda.
You're right. That's a much more recent reference.
That was my nickname.
I don't mean to be dated in my references.
Well, sorry, dude. Bin Laden was my nickname for a while.
Now you're Bin laughing.
Yay! Wait a minute. Check here.
Sure.
Oh, we're Gucci, man. We're 1 hour and 20. We didn't even see passing.
We Gucci.
Yeah, we're good.
That's what you mean. We're worn by like old rich Russian women who've been living in here for a while.
Yes.
Damn, I should have kept it with the Bin Laden.
Well, that
was my high point.
Yeah, now that one was.
I took it too far.
Well, Łukasz, strike one for him.
Strike one for me. You can leave in a second.
It's good because that's we're closing now.
We're closing. I'm ending on that.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's my whole life.
Okay, do you want to leave on something better? Can you tell us about that time in
Have
Australia?
you had any coffee? You got any coffee you want to drink?
Hey, there we go.
Hey,
we got it.
Back.
Richard makes great coffee.
I actually
Brazilian coffee.
I actually do. And the name of the medicine was Flagas.
Flagas?
Yeah, because it mixed flatulence with gas. So it's very smart.
That's one standard deviation away from.
Oh,
it's all callbacks. It's just nothing but callbacks,
man. We're just going back.
We're going back.
Our comedy is all callbacks, nothing to call back to. It's
just empty callback.
You just go there and say things, and people are like, "What the fuck is going on?" Oh, I'm a callback specialist.
This is references you don't even.
Don't worry, you're gonna get this in 6 months.
In 6 months you'll find it very funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was good. All right, people.
All right.
Thank you very much for listening to us.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you, Richard's family.
Where can people find you, Chris?
I hope not.
All right, you can find Chris on Instagram. It's Chris
I am
Darwa.
on Instagram. I'm just like I said. I'm not a very shy person.
Shut the fuck up. He's on Instagram. He's very funny. Go give him a follow. It's
Thanks.
Chris Darwa.
At Chris Darwa.
Chris Darwa with W at the end, and he's also opening his
WA
OnlyFans.
at the end, just in case you try and type that incorrectly. DARWA.
We're gonna write it here.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, and we're gonna put the W capital.
Yeah.
And the other
little
letter
A.
small. Yeah.
And then we'll teach Łukasz how to read.
Right. We also have
Is that another callback? We're fucking killing it, man.
Oh, dude, we have a link on the description, by the way, so people can just click. But okay.
We'll also have a list of all the callbacks, so you can see timestamp all the callbacks. So you can see the original reference.
So actually, the podcast is 5 minutes. And we just go back and repeat it forever.
It's just inception of callbacks.
Yeah. Łukasz, where can people find you?
Under their beds.
Under the beds at night.
Behind our curtains.
In a Stephen King novel in a cornfield.
In the cornfield.
Yeah, man.
I'm at Instagram as well. It will be in the description, and it was Brolish podcast
Where do they find Richard?
Misa, Richard Cunha comedy.
In court? Come on now.
Hey, at the
We had to
immigration office
try and get one
begging.
more. What's that? Rich.
At the immigration office begging for a pyramid.
Hey, man.
All right, I love you all, people. You guys are the best. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate being
Thank you
here.
for coming, Chris. You're the best, dude.
You're the best, man.
Thanks.
I'm
Łukasz.
gonna fist bump
No,
Chris
we're
as
good.
well.
No,
Okay.
come on, gotta get in there. Gotta get in there.
Okay.
We love you.
That was a great ending.
Bye, people.
Bye.